Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Puya, and today I'm going to show you a presentation on the midas GTS. So please, if you can hear my voice clearly, please raise your hand, and then I can start the presentation. Okay. Some people raise their hand. Thank you so much for confirming. And we will start. Okay. Today's presentation is we are going to perform analysis on a tunnel with the connecting gallery. So what we do today, we're defining the attributes, material properties, and then performing this geometry, and then meshing that. And I will show you how you can extract the 2Ds to 3D, and defining the boundary conditions and self-weight. And at the end, we're defining the construction stages and performing analysis, and I will show you some results. Okay, here is the project that we are going to model today. This is a hard rock and the tunnel, main tunnel, you can see it here, and the connecting gallery. Here are the geometry of the opening of the main tunnel and the connecting gallery. And this is the top view. You can see how they connected to each other, and we'll show how we can create all this geometry. And these are the material properties. As I mentioned, we have a hard rock, we have the rock bolts and the shotcrete. So we define all those material and attributes. Okay, so let me start by opening up the midas GTS software. Okay, let me just check if you can see it clearly. Okay, it should be large enough to be seen. Okay. As some of you are familiar with the midas GTS GUI, this is the general model view, and then we have toolbars at the top and the right side for the views, and in the left side we have a tree menu which shows us step by step what we are modeling, material properties, loading, and everything. Okay, so let me start by modeling the attributes. Okay, for attribute, just say add. Now we're going with the solid. First I'm going to model the hard rock. Okay, hard rock, solid, and then we have to define the material properties. So for the material property, we go with the ground. Let's say rock matte. Same properties here. And I say apply. For sake of this demo, I just keep it like that. So we defined one material, so we can actually model more material, but there's also another way to import the material. So if you have already other project which you have modeled your material property, you can simply import them here. So you can see all the material are imported, close, and then now here we can select the material. Okay, the same thing for the attributes. I defined one attribute, and then I can import the rest of them from the previous project that I have. All and okay. All right. So now if you open this, we have defined our attributes, our solids, and our plane for shotcrete, and our line for the rock bolts. The same thing you can see for the material. In the structural, we have a material for the shotcrete and the rock bolt, and then for the ground we have the hard rock. Okay. Now we have this. Let me switch to the front view and start the modeling. So you can generate your geometry from scratch here by using these tools in the top, and simply you can create any kind of geometry that you want. It depends on the project. But also, if you have the drawing in the AutoCAD, you can simply import them. Let me import some of those and show you how simply you can do it. Okay, DXF and main. Alright, so here is my main tunnel, and what I can do here in the Y, go to the 8.25, and you can press this button, see where it sits. So this actually gives a preview. Before you accept that, you can just try it where exactly you want to be. Okay, so I need to also import the other drawing. Let me get it again from here. So this is a connecting gallery. So this time I go up 4.45 and then get the preview. So I want it slightly lower. Okay. And okay. Alright. So if you show you in a 3D, you see it's still in 2D. So we have all this here. Now I have to move this connecting gallery to the other side. So for that reason, I gotta use the translate and then in the direction. So first I have to select the my elements that I am willing to move. Okay. I don't want this to be selected. Alright. And this one. Okay. We have two more edges here. These are the rock bolts. Okay. So distances go to -30. Checking that. Okay. First we have to give the direction, this direction, and then check it out. Go to the 3D view. Okay. That's fine. So now from here I can rotate it 90 degrees. So using the rotate option, selecting the shape and then the direction around this axis, and then -90 degrees because we are going backward. And if I show you here, yeah, this is what I want. So press OK. Alright, for now we move this connecting gallery to the right side. Now is the time to make some wire and then extrude these. Okay. For that reason, I'm going to the geometry, curves, and make wire. So let me go back to this view, or I can simply click on that. Then this, and this. Sorry, I forgot to bring this in. And apply. So now we have one wire here, and then I can simply go to the gallery, and then again select these lines to make them as a wire. Apply. Alright. Go back to the 3D view. Excuse me. Alright, now I need to make the ground surface. Let me see if I'm in the right direction. Yes. So for that reason, I can create a rectangle here by giving the 2 points. Alright, the first one going to be -50 and 45. And the second point will be 64 and -80. Okay, so here is the main wire I want for the ground. Alright, now is the time to extrude them. So let's switch to this view, then we can see the how we are extruding those. Okay. Going to the solid and then selecting extrude. Select the extrude profile, and then from here we go with the wires, this wire, and I want it to be extruded in the, let's select the direction first, and then 60 meter. Get the preview. Yeah, that's correct. So this is exactly the direction that we are going to go, and we want it to be solid, and apply. The same thing for the ground. So again, selecting the wire, this one, this direction, and the length will be 60. Getting this okay. Alright, for this is if you want to see the connecting tunnel or connecting gallery, I can turn this off. An attribute solid. Let me go to the geometry, and in the solid view, this is my tunnel and this is distributed, and show me the wireframe. Okay, so this is right here. For this one, let me turn this off for a second, and then that will be easier to select these. So again, going to extrude, selecting the extrude profile and changing to the wire, selecting this, and this time in this direction. Okay, selected now, and then negative and 14. Let me see if it's correct. Yes, this is the way I'm going to go, and apply. Now we can turn this off, and you see the tunnel and the connecting gallery are created. Now we have to embed them. So for that reason, going to model, elements, excuse me. All right. So now we can embed the solid, and for that reason, first I'm going to the master's object will be the ground, and the second object will be this main tunnel. Apply, and we have to ensure that this delete or original shape, and apply. Okay, and we're doing it again. This time will be the main tunnel, and the second one would be this one, and get the preview. Okay, and apply. Oh, what we did. Embed. This time we're selecting this. From here I can select it easier. Okay, and then this time this will be the one. Preview. Okay, alright. Now we have to divide this tunnel into the smaller pieces. So for that reason, I'm going to, because we have to excavate some part and then create the shotcrete, and then this goes in this sequence. So for that reason, let me go here, and now go to the curve, creating a new rectangle. This time we ensure that it's the face, and just generating some thing. Alright, close. If I go to the 3D, you can see this plate is created here. Now what I do, I would like to translate it, and this time we're going to uniformly copy that. So selecting the object will be this plate, and then distance is going to be each 2 and 29 times. Just get the preview. We didn't select the direction. This is the direction. Okay, preview, and yeah, this is the one we want. Press OK. The same thing we have to do for the connecting gallery, but let me just show you what we're going to do with this, and then the same thing gonna happen for the other side. Okay, now we're going to divide this, going back to the solid, and then dividing this solid by this surface. Select the solid, will be this one. Oh, selected wrong. Will be main tunnel. Okay, selecting the surfaces. So for that one, I come to the surface and selecting entirely all these plates that I created. All right. Getting preview. It will be like that, and yeah, this is exactly what we want, and then OK. Alright, so now we divided this main tunnel to the smaller pieces, each 2 meters. So the same thing going to happen for the connecting gallery. Excuse me. Alright, so let me open a new file and then go from there. Alright. No. Okay. Now it's created, and now we're going to generate the mesh. So for the mesh, we have several options. Software midas GTS gives us a lot of options, but what we are going to do today is I'm just showing you how we can make the edges. Mesh the edges first, and then all right. Then we're gonna use the auto mesh to generate the mesh. Alright. For that reason, we're using the linear grading mesh, and then size 9 and 2, and then symmetric, selecting the edge. So let me select this and this. Alright, let's get the preview. Yeah, this is exactly what I want. Closer to the tunnel openings, I want the like a closer seating spaces. Alright, let's say apply and OK. Now it's created, and I'm going to use the auto mesh to generate the 3D meshes for the main tunnel. So for that reason, I use this option, auto mesh. Select the solid. So we have to select all the solids that we already created, the smaller pieces. So the easiest way is to go here, and then in the solid we have main tunnel from there to here. So ensure that all the segments are selected, and the number of size of the mesh will be 2. And the material going to be hard rock. Get the preview. Okay, that's good, and apply. Alright, the mesh is generated for the main tunnel. For the connecting tunnel, the same thing. So this time we're selecting the solid, the connecting tunnel from here to here, and all of them are selected. Yes, that's good. And okay, so the same thing for the ground, and I'm going to open a new file here and then show you how you can define the mesh the Shotcrete, and then assign the material property to that. Okay. So this webinar is actually just for sake of showing you the capability of the software and how you can do this. And I don't want to, make you bored by just going all in details and showing every single one. Just showing one or two and then move on. Alright, this is our mesh model, and now what I'm going to do, going to model 2D meshes for the the Shotcrete. Alright, so for that reason, let me turn off the ground. So you actually see all your meshes, and here you can change their colors, you can change the you can make them visible or invisible. Let's say, for example, I don't want to see the ground, just turn it off here and you will see only the tunnel. Okay. All right, let me go to the model elements, and then extract the element. Select faces. I want to select all these elements. Okay, model elements, and then extrude elements. Skip duplication and then faces. Yeah, I think we deleted this selecting from edges. Okay, turn off these and then turn on the geometry. Will be alright. So I don't want this, I want to turn off the ground. Okay. Now going to extrude elements, select faces, select all, and then Shotcrete. Let me skip the duplication and register based on this, and then OK. Alright. Now what I'm going to do, alright, so here we have the meshes are selected, which are these 2D meshes. So for that reason, I'm going to just remove some part of that. Let me go to this view and then model elements and delete. We can select this part. Where are you? Here. Say OK. And the same thing for the model elements, and then deleting the lower part. OK, and then press OK. Alright, for that reason, I'm just opening a new file for you to have this done, and then starting defining this self-weight and the construction stage at definition. Alright. No. Okay, let me turn this off and show you the meshes. Let me turn the ground off first. Then you can see that these rock bolts are defined, and then these, let me turn these also off. No. Select these from here to here and turn these off. No. Okay, from here to here, just turn these off. Now we have better view. Okay, anyway, now we're going to define the supports, defining the construction stages, and also the weight, which here going to be self-weight. So for that reason, let me turn on the geometry in a solid view. Alright, now what we're going to do, we have to define the boundary condition on 5 faces. So for that reason, we're going to excuse me. Alright, going here and then selecting the boundaries. So for boundary, it asks us based on the nodes, and then select node, and here we can change it to the faces. So for this face and this one in the back, we are going to fix them with some degree of freedom of UXX, because here is the global direction. Okay, apply. And then for the other sides, let me select the second side, faces, this side and this side, going to be UY, apply, and finally going to be in the bottom, select the face in the bottom, and it should be constraint versus XZ, and okay. Alright, now we defined our boundary conditions, and now we're activating the self-weight. So for that reason, here already in this model is created, but if it's 0, you can just select the self-weight and in a -1 Z direction, and okay. Alright. Next step is to define the construction stages. So construction stages definition is pretty easy in midas GTS, and you have two options. One is the automatic construction stage definition. One is the defining manually. So let's say here I'm going to just show you how you can do it automatically, because when the number of construction stages is more than a certain amount, it takes a lot of time to do it manually. So you can go ahead and do it by the automatic method, which we call stage definition wizard. Okay, just by clicking that, you have all the elements, boundaries, and loads which you already defined in your model. You can see them here, and you can simply drag and drop them into this box in the right side, right top, and then you can give the start point. Let me do it for you for one of them. Let's say for the main tunnel. The main tunnel, original main tunnel, going to be, let's say this element. You drag and drop it here, and then you have option to activate or remove it. So for now, let's activate that, and then you can give it the start stage, let's say stage 1, and then stage increments. Stage, let's say keep it as 1, and then now you can apply it, and you see the number of days are written here based on the stages. You were able to also start it from the stage 0, which is initial stage. So this is that simple. You can just simply drag and drop these boundaries or the elements here, and then give it a different value to that, 2, and let's say increment of 3, and then you can apply it. You can see it's shown different places. Also you can use this, let's say main tunnel here will be removed at this stage, let's say 5. Apply, and you can see it's shown here that when it's actually activated when it's removed. Alright, also you can add the boundaries and self-weight, so we can see directly also drag and drop it here, and it will be assigned to these elements. The same thing for the elements, so you can drag and drop them here and then define that. Okay, this is the way to define construction stages with this wizard. And then I'm showing you, let's say, okay. And then if you want to do any changes, simply you can go back to the define construction stages. Bring it here. And you see already these construction stages 35 is already created. And then you can give it a, change that, or, change the water level, define the water level for that, or change the material property, anything that you want, or simply you can add or activate or deactivate the boundaries or elements to that stage which is already created. So that's very simple. So if you want to, let's say this one, you want to activate it, you can drag and drop it here, or if you want to cancel that, just bring it back, or deactivation, exactly the same way. So this is how you can define the construction stages. All right. No, let me open the other file which is already which all the construction stages are defined for this, and then I will show you how you can see them visually by see how you can see them visually. Turn this off, and then ground. Let's turn the ground off. Alright. If I go back to the model construction stages, here it is. So initial stages like that. Then I can press this button, activate. Initial stages like that. Construction stage 1, this part will be excavated, and then the second part, the next one will be excavated. You can see them here in the model view. Then the second part is gone. Let me change the view, then you can see that better. And the first Shotcrete is created, placed there. Same thing going on, excavating and then adding this Shotcrete with the these rock bolts. So the same thing going on, and you can, as I mentioned, anytime you can change the construction stages. You can add or delete these boundaries or loads or anything that you are interested to change. Okay. And then performing the analysis and getting the result, because the result takes time. I don't want to take your time for that one. So this model has already has the results here. So let me just show you some of the results. Okay, for that reason, first in the analysis part, you can define your construction stages, you can define your loads, and then analysis control, and then the post control, so you can see all these stages here and results. So let me just quickly go to the last step and checking the displacement. So opening displacement and then dx ratio. Okay, here is what you see. This is the displacement, and then the software gives you an option to change the view as you want. If you want to make it a bond, so you can see the clear bond between two contours. And then also you can say no edges, or having the mesh edges, or like a feature edge. Depends on whatever you what you want, and you can select these visual options for making your report probably better and seeing the results. Okay, let me show you other things here. let's say if you want to see the stresses, go to the 3D stresses, and then alright, here are the stresses and the contour. I can make it band so you can see the clear boundaries between these stress levels. And if you want, you can also cut through these pages. So go to the slice plane, and let me turn this off. Say no edges. Alright. And gradient. Okay. So here is the cutting through the different layers. So what you can do, if you want to know different stresses in different levels, just click define, and then the software lets you to simply move through the these different plates. So it's not only in the x-axis, you can select the y-axis, go through, and then in the z-axis. So you can simply see the stress levels in stress level or loads in a different plates. Okay, let me go back to the original. And if you want to see the let's say forces in the forces, yes, this one will help. Alright, so here you can see the forces inside these rock bolts. And you can select each one that you want and then get the results. Also, you can see the tabular formats of these results. And what else I want to show you? Going to the 2D forces. And then here you can see the forces. Let me go back to the 3D view. All right, here you can see the forces on the this Shotcrete layer in the 4 different directions. All right, this is all I want to show you today. I